pieces of paper, little flimsy pieces of paper, can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. It's hard. I'll get through, but I'm sharing my journey with you guys, just so you know that you're not alone, and you guys make me feel not alone.
After I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car, and we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave?
Absolutely.
He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
You know, he wasn't playing chicken. You were. You had this delusional thing in your mind where you thought you were going to give him an ultimatum, and he didn't follow it. That's essentially what happened. These modern women get out here playing games. They overinflate their value every single time. And when the pressure comes, men, strong, high value men, they take a pin, a needle, or a nail and pop that ego. They bust it. If it's too strong, get a nice little hammer, put that nail over it, and just start hammering away. Just start hammering away at that ego. And that's what you experienced this time. I bet you won't do that again, will you?
Tired of being alone. I'm so tired of trying to find love on him. I want to be somebody girlfriend, somebody wife, somebody something. I deserve to be happy too.
That's true.
Why don't I be happy?
Loneliness.
Gotta be happy by yourself, man. That's what they be telling the men. This is exactly what men be going through every single day. These exact emotions. But most men never even show it because nobody cares. Nobody cares. They could be crying like this. They could be breaking down like this. And nobody's going to care. As a matter of fact, people are going to call them weak. So they don't do it. They just continue to work. They just put some headphones in, listen to music, and just sit there in silence. If they're really feeling bad, I might call my boy over, just show up at my boy's house. Because that's about the only option that I have. And dudes don't even have to say nothing. They're just like, hey, bro, what's up, man? I just came over to see what you got going on. And it really only takes maybe like a conversation, a couple of words to see, or for the dude to understand, hey, my man's in a bad spot. That's it. But modern women, they get to express these types of emotions. So good on them for doing it. But this is what men go through every day.
Swear to God, if a man even utters a single word to me ever again in my entire life, I'll smash them in the face. Don't speak to me!
Isn't that a threat? Isn't that a threat? If a man were to say this, then it would be a problem.
Go away! Go away! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me to live my life in peace! Bye! I can't. No man ever speaks to me ever again.
Another one.
And this is when men are going to do exactly that. And then the one of your dreams is going to walk right by you. And he's going to leave you alone. And you're going to get upset about it. And you're going to be like, what? You're going to be like, why are men not approaching me? Why don't they want me? And then the tears are going to roll down your face. You're going to be playing that Barbie music, you know, the music. When will it end? When will it end? All the enjoyment. Dog's going to run up on your lap and jump on your lap. And you just, and when the dog does that, that's when you're going to break down fully. And you're probably going to have hundreds of thousands of comments in your comment section talking about keep your head up, girl. You can do it. And then you're going to go live after that. You're going to go live. And then you're going to be like, man, I decided to turn my heartbreak into whatever word successful word rhymes with heartbreak. And it's going to be like, oh man, I've turned my heartbreak into a haven of hope. Heartbreak into hope. Now throw those roses so I can pay rent this month. And women will throw the roses. And then they'll keep on throwing roses every single month. And they'll keep on continuing to get scammed every single month. And this woman will be living in a lap of luxury. And then she'll start some femininity and dating courses based off of whatever. It's not even going to make any sense. But y'all are going to pay her because y'all feel sorry for her, and y'all going to lose y'all money again.
Through a divorce, and I was staying with a friend because I didn't have a place to stay. And that was 4 months ago that I've been staying there, and I no longer have a place to stay, and I've been looking for a while. Some of you know and some of you don't that I have a lot of medical issues. I've had 33 surgeries, so I desperately need to keep my insurance. Anyways, yeah, I'm not asking for money. I'm not one of those people. I don't ask for help. I'm ridiculously stubborn. I
guess I would want to know, as the caption says, she divorced her husband. So why did you divorce your husband? What happened there? Was there something serious?
I'm just trying to figure out if anyone has advice or guidance on what you do in this situation.
Honestly,
Well, you know, when you're like super desperate and maybe you don't know, but you're looking at apartments or cars, whatever it is, and you see one and you're like, you try to picture your life in there, and you think, this is really, really terrible, but maybe I can make it work. I just did that. I thought, maybe I can make this work. And I go outside of it, and there's there's someone who works there, and I asked her, I was like, can you please just tell me honestly how safe this place is, because it's definitely in a bad area. And she looked at me and kind of looked around, and she said, honey, you're too pretty to live here. You'll get hurt. Problem is, I can't afford the places I won't get hurt. I'm beginning to get down. I don't want to get down. I've always been told that I have, people love me for my energy. People want me around because I have great energy. People fall in love with my energy. They always talk about my light, which is funny. And
Where are they now?
I'm just looking for light now.
And they won't give it to you.
I don't know where it is.
I honestly,
Exactly. Once again, this is what men go through on a daily basis. People, oh man, we love to have you come over here, do this type of stuff. And they take a man's energy and they never give it back every single day. And that's why men are, unfortunately, the statistic is that they are taking themselves out at a much higher rate than women successfully doing it, because they are giving their light away every single day. And then people, instead of liking it and appreciating it, modern women get on here and they spit in their face. They spit on their face. And for some reason, this comes up on their For You page, and they got to listen to it over and over again. I'm reminded of that clip where the man was just scrolling, and it was basically a whole bunch of clips he was scrolling through that said things like men are trash, where are the good men? and just some other things putting men down. That's what happens to men on a daily basis, right? And once again, I would like to know what actually happened, why you actually divorced him. I don't think I've ever heard that reason coming from you. But there's a lot of modern women that end up in this situation, and you hear the success stories. Get out now, leave. Oh, Trump is president, divorce now. And they say things based off of emotion. Oh man, I got to get out of here now because he's a great guy. He's a great husband, but you know, I really got to get out of here or else something might happen in the next 4 years. And I can't get divorced, or Trump might actually turn it to where he'll always be the president. And then I'm just stuck in this marriage. Well, what's wrong with the marriage? Nothing, but it might be with everything going on. And these modern women catastrophize everything, and then they just jump ship for no reason. And they, unfortunately, off of the influence of what you hear on TV and what you hear from your friends, end up in these types of situations thinking that the grass is greener. Maybe not looking for a man, but looking for a better life, thinking that they're going to get that golden girl's life or that Sex in the City life where I get out and I'm just doing it. I'm just having the time of my life, and I'm meeting men, and I'm sleeping with whoever I want to, and I'm just going out to places. I'm experiencing life on a yacht or overseas or in Rome, and wherever you want to go, a man's going to pay for it. But in a lot of cases, it actually looks like this, unfortunately for her.
After I cheated on my husband, I gave him a hall pass. But here's the reason why I did that. Is because I didn't want to take the responsibility of getting rid of all demons that I opened up my marriage to.
What?
And usually this is what people do when they cheat. They want their spouse to cheat on them back, so it would give them a reason to feel better in some way. But let me tell you, that's the wrong way to do it. It's the wrong way to go about it, because at the end of the day, you make matters worse.
And even though I knew that option was put forth in front of me, I knew that wasn't the right choice.
Yeah.
That's not the way that we try to rebuild a marriage. If you want to stay in a marriage that's still on a downfall and just ride it out downhill, that's up to you if you want to make that choice. But I was not about to make that same choice if I know I also have another option of getting back in the face of God, praying for my marriage, praying for my wife, and trying to do the things and correct the wrongs that we had that led us into that position.
Listen, man, you are better than me. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. That would be a hard one for me. Listen, you praying. I don't even think I would know what to pray in that situation or scenario. I don't even think I would want to be honest with you. Yeah, man, you better than me. I don't know it. That's a different, that's a different type of love. That's a different one. I'm not saying that it exists. I'm just saying, or I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I don't feel it. I don't think that I have it. But man, that's not going to stop me from giving you your props. Whew, that's tough. Okay, so she's got a response here. Let's hear it.
I just read your comments, and I want to say that this is very similar to what happened to my husband and I. A lot of people underestimate what neglection actually does to a marriage.
Oh, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Because if a woman were to neglect a man, there's a lot of modern women out here that withhold themselves from men. And men are saying, please, well, if you treat me right, if you wash the dishes, if you and all this other stuff. And the man be doing that. But I got a headache. I don't feel good. My back hurts. I almost fell off a balcony today, or whatever it might be. He's not getting it, and he's been asking for it. And really, honestly and truly, you be out here making the man work for it, but he don't make you work for the things that you want. You know what I mean? But you think that you have a right to make him work for the things that are essential to him. But now when you do it, then it's extreme neglect, and I didn't know I wasn't getting the love that I needed. Well, what about the love that he wasn't getting from you, that he needed?
Marriage. It's no excuse, but it's truth.
Okay.
Like for my husband and I had major in-law issues, and I felt completely rejected, and I just wanted out. And just like you, after cheating, I told my husband, and we worked things out. It was not an easy road at all. and I broke him. Cheating breaks people, but only Jesus can mend a broken heart, a broken covenant, a broken relationship. And our marriage is living proof and points straight to Jesus.
Yeah, man. Once again, that's going to be about the only thing that can do it. Yeah, wow. Like I said, kudos. I'm trying to feel it. That's a part of my life. Yeah, man. I don't, wow.
Single mom, would you say that having a daughter has made your dating life harder?
Oh, absolutely. Not everyone wants to be a stepdad. And so that circles back to the question, why am I single? Is probably because of that.
So why are men less likely to want to take on another woman's child that isn't their own?
It's a whole nother responsibility that they didn't sign up for.
So do you think you have a better chance dating a guy who also has a child of his own?
Yeah, I think they're more open-minded, but I'm on the same boat where I also don't want to take on the responsibility of another kid. So I understand it. That's why I'm not upset about it.
So for your future partner, how would you want his relationship to be with your baby daddy?
Accepting, friendly, and civil.
Should you all be able to go out and get lunch together if need be?
I wouldn't want that for myself, but I wouldn't want like constantly having to go and hear about fights and break them up.
That is.
Well, she's not totally delusional. I don't get the comment about her saying that she wouldn't want to take on an additional responsibility. Well, you guys are sharing responsibility in that situation because you have a kid and he has a kid. So you're taking on his kid and he's taking on yours. So I really don't get that comment, to be honest with you.
Jenny, how old are you, Arnie?
I'm 34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse. You have any kids?
I have a 2-year-old son.
Okay. Why you not with the dad?
I was he wanted me to be a housewife when we first met, and I decided to kind of change and wanted a career, and he didn't want that for me, so he gave me an ultimatum, and it's to stay at home and be a housewife or leave and have a career. So I left.
Did she say she had a kid?
Girl, I want to smack you in the face right now. So let me ask you this. Was he paying all the bills?
He was.
So, and when you guys got married, that was the plan?
Yes.
So basically, you had your husband. He was your husband?
Mm-hmm.
So he was your husband?
Yes.
You guys had a family?
Yes.
You agreed to be a stay-at-home
yes.
mom. What made you want to get a job?
When I had to constantly ask for a couple of dollars to do stuff, when it was, no, I can't do certain things that I wanted, when it was, like no, what? We don't have enough money to do activities because, one income. And I'm like, well, this is not the lifestyle that I want to live. Like, I just don't want to sit at home and fold clothes and not actually date and have the extra money to do stuff. Like, I just didn't want to fold clothes all day long. I'm sorry.
Remember, the buyer can give rules for what he wants to purchase. You have the choice to decline the offer. She agreed to...
Yeah, I get what she's saying. Oh, yeah. But she agreed. And then she backed out because she didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah. I get what she's saying, though. What she was saying... Oh, well, hold on. Let me rewatch it so I can fully understand. Because I get what she's saying. Well, I want to have extra money for dates. But I guess the dispute is, or other things, but I guess the dispute is, well, she agreed to all of these things. So let me rewatch it. I'm gonna come back. Okay, so she's 34 with a 2-year-old, and now she's a nurse. So it's not just a relationship, just like a boyfriend and girlfriend type thing. This is something that she agreed to, and they got married, right? And now you left him because you didn't like the terms of service. You didn't like the terms and conditions anymore. And that's not how marriage works. And this is what men are afraid of, right? I understand you wanting more money for date night or whatever, whatnot. You can still stay at home and fold clothes and do YouTube. You can get a hobby and stay home and do all of the things that you signed up for, you agreed to. The man set the parameter and you got to work within that parameter. And this is what's wrong with modern women. They want to create their own parameter, and they think that they can hire men to protect it. And men are saying that is dangerous. I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. There are some things that people will not protect. There are some things that are way too dangerous. And one of those things is modern women. Well, what's so dangerous? The fact that you can walk into a situation, cause a ruckus, walk out and say, hey, my man is going to take care of you. And now that puts that man on alert that another man is coming. So this man is coming up to take care of you, take care of this guy on your behalf. And then he gets in trouble and that man says, I've been waiting on you. And something tragic might happen. No man wants to sign up for that. That's too dangerous. Absolutely not. You, ma'am, are you're all over the place. Nobody needs to be with this woman at all. At all. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. She's too dangerous, as most modern women are. You signed up for something, and then you decided, as most modern women do, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm going to get out. And you leave the man stuck holding the bag based on your feelings. These modern women don't have any critical thought at all. Wow. I can see, like I said, I can see you wanting to have more money, but it's so stupid. That's not the way to go about it, man.